y'all, welcome back to another Budget With Me video. As you guys can see, I am in my new little system here. I am getting used to the change between this guy and my Happy Planner budget. I use the inserts to the Happy Planner budget, so it's a little bit different, but I am enjoying it. So I have started to come in here and take note of the things that I pull out of my cash envelope system in this weekly expense tracker. And I think I've spent more than what I wrote down, but I am making progress. This is something new for me, so it's going to take me a little while to get used to it. But I am working diligently on this. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. We'd love to have you as part of our family here on YouTube. If you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button before you go. And for those of you guys who keep coming back for more, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. So this little guy I bought off of Amazon, and I will have it linked in my description bar below if you're interested in going and getting you one of these. Fairly cheap. I think I paid $6, $7 with shipping. Of course, I have Amazon Prime, so it didn't cost me anything to ship it, but not bad. And it has your, I've started writing in my calendar section, but it has a huge, nice, big calendar here so that you have plenty of space to write in. And then we have a monthly budget section here, and then we have our weekly section, and then it has a box that you can track your expenses daily for every single day. So I like that. And then it has a note section in here as well somewhere. Does April not have a note section? What are we gonna do when we get here? Look at that. Either it's misprinted. I'm just looking at something real quickly here. Yeah, that is odd. Bummer. So I guess on, is this in the beginning? Like, this is what I'm looking for. I need this extra page because this is how I track my cash envelopes, and some of the months have that section and some of them don't. So I might have to track it here maybe. Anyway, we'll get into that whenever the time comes, but for right now our cash envelopes are sitting on this little guy right here. I probably maybe should have put January here, and then I could have put February there. But even still, some months have the sections and some, anyway, moving along. You're not here to listen to me figure out how I'm gonna use this bad boy. You're just here to figure out how I'm spending my money this week. Am I right? See, some weeks, some months have them and some months don't. Anyway, okay, so if you guys have been following along, you guys know that I do a cash envelope system. This is I recently moved into the Happy Planner mini notebook cover. I made my own cash envelopes just using laminated paper, cardstock, and the Happy Planner punch. I do have these available in my Etsy store, which will also be linked down in the description bar below if you're interested in getting your hands on some and you don't want to make the effort to go out and buy the supplies to make your own. I do have some available. I also have it in the longer version of the Happy Planner notes. There's two different sizes. There's a long skinny version, and then there's the little mini version. I have both sizes available, but my cash envelopes will fit in anything related to Happy Planner. The punch is all the same. So, I mean, you could put these in a regular size Happy Planner. It just will need to go in the center of the book. I have used these in my Happy Planner just to keep receipts and things. Little extra little bits of stickers and things like that. I have popped these right into my Happy Planner. So that is what I'm currently using, and I am loving it. I'm also going to show you real quickly that the little plastic envelopes that you can buy also will fit inside this guy. And I just keep my business credit card in here along with some receipts. But again, we're getting off track, okay? We are going to focus on what we're doing in our cash envelopes today. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go and pull out, let's see, I don't think that I have anything. I really tried hard not to spend any money this week, and I think I have succeeded, okay? School, Dollar Tree, car maintenance. I go through, if I can get to it, my miscellaneous money, okay? And I'm gonna pull this out, and I'm going to, looky here, I have some 5s and some 1s and a 20, okay? I'm gonna pull all that money aside out. I always pull out my miscellaneous money as well as my buffer money, because these two, and I still have the $20 in there from last week. So actually I think I'm gonna leave the $20 bill in here in the buffer, okay? As well as I'm gonna take out the 5s and the 1s, but I am gonna put into the miscellaneous this $20 bill back in there. I mean, I could save it, you know what I mean? There's no reason for me to use it if I don't need to. And you never know, something might come up where I might need to use that extra money this coming up week. So I have some 5s and some 1s. You guys know that I do the $5 challenge, which if you can see down in here in my $5 challenge envelope, I should have $40 in $5 bills, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and I will add these 3 $5 bills to that. 5, 10, 15, 45, 50, 55. And I just created myself a little line down here because I was losing track of what I had inside of my $5 bill challenge and my other things. So I'm just going to put in parentheses. I'm not adding. I know from week to week, you know, I can do that simple math right there, $15. I just want to make sure I know, keep track of how much is in there. Because once I get to this to $100, then I take that out and put it into the safe. So there is my cash envelope, and we're just gonna go through here. I think I'm working with $340, but we're gonna keep that, we're gonna calculate that here in just a minute. So if you guys have been following along with my channel, you guys know that I am trying to, this year, I would like to lose some weight. I quit smoking. This is the second time I've quit smoking. I quit smoking a few years ago and had stayed not smoking for several years, and then my dad got sick, and it was a lot of stress. He was actively dying, and those kinds of things. So I started to smoke again. Anyway, smoke-free. I haven't smoked a cigarette since Monday, so it's been almost a week now. And I'm just one of those people that kind of just have to do stuff cold turkey. It's just the way that I roll. So along with that, I'm 40, and so I am just kind of taking a step back. I'm going to try and get my body nice and healthy so that I could live as long as I possibly can for my children and my grandchildren that I don't have, but I'm sure will be coming sooner rather than later. My oldest one is 17, so in a couple more years, 5 years or so, I'll be a grandma, I'm sure. So, or getting close to it, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, point is I increased my grocery budget up to $100 because there is extra things that I'm starting to buy specifically for myself, just so that I can stay on track with counting my calories and things like that. And I was going over budget anyway for the last little bit, so I figured I might as well increase my budget, okay? Because I keep going over budget. And if you're consistently going over budget, you might want to look and either make sure you're counting penny for penny and making sure you're not buying anything that's going to put you over that budget, or you just should increase your budget and move your money around to make it work into your budget. I've decided that I'm just increasing my budget because it's just something that needs to happen. I mean, I keep going over budget. And I don't really like take the calculator into the store with me and like calculate everything out, and I don't intend on doing that. So for me, it suits me just to increase my budget. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And that is gonna go into my grocery fund. These $20 bills are brand new, which can get a little on the sketchy side, getting them in there. Gas is gonna get $20. We pretty much just do everything in town. And you can see last week we had a dentist, an orthodontist appointment, and so my husband had already put that money in my gas tank for me because he's so nice. We have in here, in my personal fund, I went and got my nails done, so I only have $10 left in my personal fund. And you guys know how I feel about spending my $5 bills, but I'm going to hang on to these in my personal fund and add my 40 to it. And if I end up with a $10 bill at some point, I'll switch those out and save those $5 bills. I consciously make the effort, so I have $50 in here now. I consciously make the effort to not spend my $5 bills because it's just another way that I can save money, and we use that money to do fun things with the family. So that's just where I'm at in that. School is going to get 20, and it is empty. I did go ahead, when school went back this week, I did go ahead and add 20 bucks to each of the little boys' lunch accounts. The big one, you know, he does his own thing. He doesn't need me to make sure he's got money on there. I just give it to him, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and put $20 back in there. Dollar Tree, I did go to Dollar Tree this week and get a couple of things, you know, toilet paper, paper towels, blah, blah, blah. But I don't intend on going to Dollar Tree this week. I just won't have time to do so. So I'm not gonna be putting anything in there this week. I just haven't been going to Dollar Tree like I normally would. So I'm gonna always put it in here in case I decide I need to go, but I'll be too busy to go this week, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. Car maintenance is going to get 20, and I have 20 in here. 20, 40, 60 now in the car maintenance. Okay, and let's see, clothing will get 20. I did really good on not spending any money this week. I mean, I did spend some, but not like I normally do. I did make a conscious effort to not try to spend any. Plus, you know, now that the holidays are over, I'm just not needing to spend as much money as I normally have. So clothing got 20, sports is going to get 10, and currently we are in the, you know, we're not in a sport season in our house right now, but we will be shortly. So we are just, you know, setting aside, this sports fund goes towards fees and new cleats and helmets and mouth guards and all of the things. I have 3 boys, they all play sports. So I always try to put money in here. So I have 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I will put another $10 bill in here. For sports, like I said, we have a little while before sports take over my life. So we're just gonna start building the supply back up. It's expensive. We probably spend, between the 3 boys, we probably spend at least $5,000 a year on sports and equipment for sports and all of that fun stuff. And as my 2 little ones get bigger, their sports cost more and more. And as they get bigger, they also want to join more sports. So there's that. Miscellaneous is going to get 40 per usual. And I still have the 20 left in there from last week. And I'm going to put another 20 in. So we'll have 20 or 60 in there. I don't normally save my cash and like, for example, if I go to the gas station and I buy a soda and I get $18 and change back. I'm gonna take the coins, I'm gonna put it in my coin jar, and then I'm gonna put that $18 back in here. But if I go to the store and I need to buy something out of like a t-shirt for one of the kids for school, I'm gonna take a $20 bill out of that fund. I'm gonna buy that t-shirt and then I'm gonna put the change back into this miscellaneous fund. I never add, once I break the 20, I never put it back into that account. I just subtract a $20 bill out and call it good. But I'm going to try to do a little bit better with seeing, changing the way I do things just a little bit. So if you see me doing things a little bit different, that's why, because I'm playing around with what I'm doing here. But normally I would take that extra 20 out and I would put it into like my extra savings envelope and do that. But I'm going to kind of play with things and work through a new system. I just want to try to consciously spend even less money than we already do. We already save more money than we spend because we're getting ready to build a house or buy one come the spring, summer. So we are consciously making an effort, and I think that even though I allot this $300 to $340 for weekly expenses and things like that that might come up, so I'm not taking out of my savings account or my bank account, I think there's room to improve in saving money here as well. Just because I have it doesn't mean that I need to spend it, is what I'm trying to say. Family fun. It is Friday when I'm filming this, so we have yet, kids are at school, husband's at work. We have yet to order pizza, but I'm sure that we will order pizza, which is usually where this $20 comes from. But I am still gonna go ahead and add another $20 in because we will do the same thing next week. And they might decide they want McDonald's or something silly like that today instead of pizza. Normally they do not. Normally they prefer pizza. Gifts is going to get $10 again, and we have a $20 bill in here, and I'm just going to throw that 10 in there. So we got 30, and I really don't, you know, now that the holidays are over, gifts are kind of, I mean, we don't have any, Jack's birthday's in February, but we budget for that specifically. So my kids' birthday, our immediate family birthdays we budget for, and that comes out like a bill. Buffer is going to get $20, but there is still 20 from last week, so I am going to add that there. And then my vacation funds, my vacation fund, oh, I got those two envelopes backwards, huh? My vacation fund is gonna get $20, and if you guys watched last week's video, you know that I made it to 100 last week, and I pulled that 100 out and put it in our safe. I don't like to keep more than $100 in any given envelope, so you'll see me do that, and I will make little notes over here the day that I put money into the safe. And let's see, graduation, I'm doing like this graduation little extra savings. Ethan wants to go to Rome for his graduation present, so I'm going to be doing that 365-day dollar challenge, where the first week you save $1, the second week you save $2, $3, $4, and so on, all the way until you get to the end of the year. Or it's by week, sorry, not 365 days. It's, you'll get to, you know, 52 weeks out of the year. So by the last week that you're putting money into this little account, you'll be saving $52. And I can't remember the total amount, but this is just going to be our extra little spending money for when we go. We do budget. We have been budgeting out money for graduation, but me and him are going to take a special trip, and he doesn't graduate this year. He actually graduates next year, so we have all of this year, and then, you know, 10 months next year, 8 months next year before we'll go. So I plan on doing this year and then again next year, just to, you know, so we have expenses extra money for playing around. We will budget out our hotel cost and like our plane and things like that. We'll budget for that. This will just be our spending money. So we're going to have $2 this week. Last week I saved $1. This week I'm saving $2. And I'm throwing that in there. And then the rest of these little $3 bills are just gonna go right here into my extra savings. Oh, hey, got an extra $1 there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 from total for this week. I'm adding in there. And I just decided to start putting my $1 bills or anything that I have left over in that little extra instead of kind of trying to carry them over. I broke my cash envelope here. I have one cash envelope. I think I have too many in here in this little binder, so I need to probably work on that. But I'm not going to. Not today anyway. So there is that, and that is how we're spending our money. So in here I'm going to put 10 in parentheses just so that I know how much money is inside that account. And we total saved for $342 was what we started with for this week. I wonder if I should start keeping track of how much is left. I don't think so because I can see it in my cash envelope, so I'm not really worried about that. But that does it for this cash envelope video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you're doing new in your budget. I'm always curious to find out what other people are doing. I'm going to continue to try to track the money that's coming out of these envelopes with these little weekly expense trackers. And hopefully I can get better and consciously see where I'm spending the money and how I can do things better. I always try to like to improve. I always try to spend as least amount of money as possible. So that's what I'm doing. What are you guys doing with your budget? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're interested in any of these products that you see in today's video, I will have them also linked in the description bar below, so go check that out. Also, my Etsy store is down there if you're interested in going and checking that out. For those of you guys who have bought planner supplies or cash envelopes from me, thank you so much for all your support. It really does mean everything to me. When you support me, you support my family, and that's what I'm here doing this for. So thank you so very much. We'll see you next week for another budget video, and I hope you guys enjoy your weekend and happy saving. Bye!